him drop the axe. The rest of the group quickly comes to help him, grabbing the girl together and pinning her against the wall in order for Jake to kill her with the axe, a task that leaves him deeply traumatized. The survivors get ready to leave, but they discover it stopped snowing, so they'll have to wait inside the store for another blizzard. On day 18, Eben points out they need to leave because the vampires will soon reach this area. The utility's still too far to reach without cover, thus they agree to go to the police station, but they need a distraction. They realize the vampires sent the stranger to cut communications off early on because they couldn't come out during the day, and Eben remembers Helen had UV lights for his plants in her house, so he'll fight the vampires with those while the others run away. Eben runs out of the building making noise on purpose to get the vampires' attention, however one of the creatures goes after the fleeing group and jumps on one of the survivors. The group has no choice but to leave him behind as they escape, safely making it to the station. The vampires surround Helen's house and Marlo allows Iris to go first, but as soon as she steps inside, Eben receives her with the glowing UV light. Iris falls on the snow as half her body burns and the vampires go to shut down the generator to turn off the lights. Eben runs through the back door while he keeps his group updated through the walkie-talkies, so Bo tells him to run to Rogers Avenue. Marlo sees Iris suffering and gets her permission to feed on her so she can die in peace. The other vampires follow Eben only to suddenly be run over by Bo driving a ditch driller. He shoots all the ones that try to jump on the vehicle, but soon there are too many of them and Bo decides to crash the driller into a building. Then he leaves the vehicle with a box of explosives in hand, and since his rifle is jammed, he lights a flare and drops it in the box. Eben watches the explosion that takes down a bunch of vampires before running away in grief, however Bo is still alive. When he comes out of the building, Marlo calls him pathetic and kills him with his foot. Eben joins the others at the station, but their reunion is cut short when Carter reveals he was bitten by the girl in the store when they held her down. Carter lost his family in a car crash and has wanted to end things for a while but he never dared. Now he finally has a reason to ask for assistance. Eben hates to do this but knows it's for the sake of their own safety, so he takes Carter into another room to kill him while everyone hears.